The Bounce House, and it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. A first down for the offense. Here's the handoff. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. When you reach this point of the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off with?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on fourth down. Sweet spin. Afterburners coming. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, UCF!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and it's finished off with that thrilling 56-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Wade. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Over. First and 10.
Ready to fire from the pistol. The running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
You see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Feeling some, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. Good job corralling that football, but he couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it'll be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope.
To the 40. And your UCF Knights will take over. First and 10.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got his man quickly.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Swings it out to his running back. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got it past the marker. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. The Knights are on the move. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
Fires to the big fella. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Getting set for the point after.
You gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. Slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent
going downfield for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Gators will hustle to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, UCF 16, Florida 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The aerial assault continues, using his legs to buy some time. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Gator.
Florida, number 1 in the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
At the 35, he's got room. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Using the quick game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll line up for a second down play. Fires to the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
The Knights are rolling down the field. On the option. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He's going to pass. Might be looking to run. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He'll get rid of it. It's complete. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, UCF! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Miami. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Gators sending the offense back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize...
And he's running in the open. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+. And the Gators are in the hurry-up. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes his connection. Touchdown, Florida! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
We'll take over. First and 10.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? The run from the shotgun.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll run it from the gun. At the 40, there he goes. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibility.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs.
Easy. Razor.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to move it through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Knights! On to attempt the try. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
It's complete to the left. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Gators! A great catch and run for 6.
Number 12.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line.
First and 10.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work, now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Coming after him. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Sending the offense back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
It's now second down.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Wants to go up top. Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop, but the sweet Woolen catch is plenty to give them a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He'll come out throwing on first down. It's complete! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quickly to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He wants to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback checking the play. Comes out throwing on first down. Trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Wade. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know,
and that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll run it from the gun. It's a fumble on the play. And the defense snatches it, and they've reversed the field.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming. You really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
Wide out in motion. Got it, looking for the first down. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Puts him in the spin cycle. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game, running the football.
Swings it out to the flat. Touchdown, UCF! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Louisiana Tech is on top, but it's not like Terry Bradshaw is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by a field goal over Cal. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Gators sending the offense back to work. To the air on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB. Finally getting some pressure. Finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Dances away to buy time. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
So much for the wet ball drill. He muffed it, and it's loose on the ground. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
And that was almost a huge mistake by special teams. On the punt return, fumbling the football. They are so lucky that they jumped on that ball and that their offense is now going to take the field, because that could have been disastrous.
Takes a hit as he fires. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. He'll start this drive firing. He'll take a deep shot here. Fires into traffic, picked off.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with a pick.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. This time he's got it. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Knights moving quickly to the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They tried to set up that screen. The problem was, David, they left a big hole in it for the tackle.
And just a great job by the defense. Like, that's a fool you play. That's a trick you play. It gets you to run up field, rush the passer, slip it behind you. The defense did not bite. Great play. Great job stopping them on third down.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. And the pass is incomplete on fourth down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the incompletion, looking at second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. And that's a live ball. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Defense will have to use its first time out of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll put the tight end in motion. Snags it. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
On the play. It's now 4th and goal.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. A short kick, but that angle from the right can be a little tricky. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wade. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Wants to throw on first down. Going for the big play. Catch inside the 25. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
And that's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, UCF 40, Florida 28.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
On second down, he'll fire. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. Third and short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. He's past the 30. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
He wants to throw here on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This offensive line is going to have to shore up this pass pro, guys. The last play, they took a sack. This one, they allow a hit on the QB, which forces the incompletion. Third down, you're going to be throwing it right here, you think, so O-line's got to step up.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Fights off a defender. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
People talk about physical tackles all the time. That's how you deliver the boom. Lower your pads, run your feet, take that guy from him going forward to flat backwards on his back.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Quickly complete.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier inbounds.
He's going to take off. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the 4th quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent, because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell, pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now.
Running toward the tape. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Here comes the biggest drive for the defense, desperate to get a stop. Fast motion from the offense. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. The pull and throw off the RPO. Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Knights! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On second down, wants to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covered. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. Because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long.
Timeout, UCF.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
After that incompletion, fourth and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the fourth quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to him on the ground. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UCF! You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and we love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Gators sending the offense back to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
On the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Knights want to crank the tempo.
Second down coming up.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through a tackle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. The option look. He'll toss it. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The Knights decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Knights will line up to punt it away. They snap it to the up man. He'll try to run for it. Can anyone catch it?
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they're going to have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
And they're just about out of chances. The defense can stop it one more time as the quarterback takes a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are headed